For 8 years, my family has suffered and my career has suffered. But Winfrey, you know what you need to do and stop hiding. People are beginning to see you for who you are. That woman hugged me and said, when I look at you, I ain't doing nothing but looking at me. And I shared my relationship with her about my mother as she shared hers with me.
For years, Monique has been a vocal critic of Oprah Winfrey, accusing the media mogul of blackballing her and mistreating her within the industry. She has openly grieved what she perceived as Oprah's betrayal, discussing the pain and damage it has caused to her career and reputation. From accusations of being difficult to work with to feeling unsupported during tough times, Monique has carried this burden publicly, expressing her frustration and disappointment. Many have watched this ongoing saga unfold, witnessing Monique's raw emotion and unwavering conviction. But now something has shifted. After years of back and forth and holding on to this hurt, Monique has seemingly delivered the final blow. Her most recent statement, a powerful declaration, has sent shockwaves through the media landscape. Many are interpreting this as Monique finally saying, "Enough is enough, she's done." This video delves deep into Monique's latest pronouncements, analyzing the words that have everyone buzzing. We'll explore the context of their fractured relationship, the potential fallout from this new development, and ask the burning question: has Monique just ended her relationship with Oprah? Is this goodbye forever? Let's unpack it all. Monique has launched a new attack on Oprah Winfrey, and this time it seems more serious than ever. The comedian has publicly questioned Oprah's connections to controversial figures in Hollywood, including Diddy, Harvey Weinstein, and John of God, men who have faced serious allegations. Monique appears to be implying a deeper connection between Oprah and these figures, referencing a trip to Colorado for an event she calls a toes, and claiming to possess legal evidence related to these individuals. She suggests that Oprah's association with these men is no coincidence and hints at a larger pattern of behavior. This latest accusation raises questions about what Monique knows and why she has chosen to speak out now. What impact will this have on Oprah's reputation? Some people seem to agree with Monique's claims, with one person writing on social media that being friends with Weinstein, John of God, and Diddy says a lot. Monique is known for her outspoken nature and her willingness to criticize those she feels have wronged her. Her history with Oprah is complex, marked by years of public disagreements. From Monique's perspective, Oprah has betrayed her trust, contributing to the damage to her career. This latest attack appears to be the culmination of years of simmering resentment. While the specifics of Monique's recent statements remain unclear, it's evident that she believes Oprah has something to hide. Monique seems to be framing this moment as a turning point, suggesting that Oprah's reputation could be irreparably damaged by these revelations. The question now is, what exactly did Monique say, and what evidence does she have to support her claims? This situation is evolving rapidly, and the potential consequences for both Monique and Oprah are significant. The conflict between them isn't a new headline. It's been an ongoing saga. Initially, public opinion largely sided with Oprah, viewing Monique's accusations as the product of a disgruntled artist struggling with career setbacks and unfairly blaming Oprah. The narrative painted Monique as bitter and resentful, while Oprah's reputation as a media powerhouse seemed unshakable. However, as time has passed and new information has emerged, the narrative has begun to shift. Monique's persistent claims, along with broader discussions about power dynamics in Hollywood and the silencing of Black voices, have prompted some to reconsider her perspective. What was once dismissed as personal bitterness is now being examined through a different lens. Some are beginning to question whether Monique's experience reflects a larger pattern of behavior in the entertainment industry, and whether her accusations against Oprah, though initially met with skepticism, might hold more weight than previously thought. This evolving understanding of their complex relationship adds another layer to the ongoing discussion, raising questions about accountability, fairness, and the potential consequences of wielding significant influence in the media landscape. And Monique's frustration is justified. Oprah has repeatedly done questionable things to her over the years. To fully understand the depth of this conflict, we need to rewind to 2009, during the press tour and Oscar campaign for the film Precious. This is where the seeds of discord were sown. Monique, who delivered a powerful Oscar-winning performance in the film, claims that Oprah Winfrey, a producer on Precious alongside Lee Daniels and Tyler Perry, advised her to attend the Cannes Film Festival to promote the movie.
There was a request from the movie studio that I fly to France for the Cannes Film Festival. I simply said I respectfully declined. And I said to them, my deal is with Lee Daniels, and I've done my job. I did all of my contractual obligations, and I was done. When they called, I had a couple days just downtime. I wanted to spend that with my husband and my kids. I said, guys, I'm spending time with my family. I'm gonna pass. And they all agreed.
We were on the campaign, and she was making unreasonable demands. You gotta play ball. This is not just show. It's show business.
And the backlash only got worse.
However, Monique, prioritizing family time over what she perceived as excessive promotional duties, declined the request. According to an interview Monique gave to The Hollywood Reporter, this decision led to her being labeled difficult to work with. What seemed like a minor disagreement escalated into a pivotal moment in their relationship, marking the beginning of a long and contentious feud. For Monique, this wasn't just about a scheduling conflict. It was about a clash of values and a perceived lack of understanding from Oprah and the other producers. The situation deepened when Monique felt unsupported by Oprah, Daniels, and Perry during the backlash she received. She believed they should have defended her publicly, especially considering the sensitive nature of the topic and the potential for misinterpretation. Monique felt that her refusal to comply with the Precious team's promotional demands, particularly regarding Oprah's bruised ego, triggered a deliberate effort to blackball her from the industry. She contends that Oprah, Daniels, and Perry, using their considerable power and influence, orchestrated a campaign to damage her reputation and limit her career opportunities. For Monique, this wasn't merely the consequence of being labeled difficult, it was a calculated act of retaliation for daring to defy them. She sees their actions as a demonstration of their collective power and a warning to others who might challenge their authority. This alleged blackballing, in Monique's view, isn't just about a lost film role or missed press opportunities. It's about the systemic silencing of those who challenge powerful figures within the entertainment industry. She sees her experience as a cautionary tale about the potential consequences of speaking truth to power and the lengths these figures will go to maintain control. The lack of support from the Precious team fueled her growing resentment and contributed to the rift between her and Oprah. Monique has also accused Oprah of hypocrisy, pointing to Oprah's close relationships with controversial figures while simultaneously criticizing Monique's choices. This perceived double standard has solidified Monique's belief that she was unfairly treated over the years. The conflict has played out publicly, with both sides sharing their perspectives and interpretations of events. It has become a complex, multifaceted story about race, power, and the challenges of navigating the entertainment industry. It also highlights the lasting impact of perceived betrayals and the difficulty of reconciling deeply entrenched differences. However, the Cannes incident is not Monique's primary grievance against Oprah. A far more personal and painful betrayal, in Monique's view, occurred in 2010, just a month after her Oscar win for Precious. Oprah invited Monique's brother, Gerald Imes, onto her talk show. This invitation was particularly sensitive because Monique had publicly spoken about being sexually abused by her brother as a child. While Monique acknowledges that Oprah did call her beforehand to ask for permission to have Gerald on the show, the context of that call, as recounted by Monique in an interview on TI's podcast Expeditiously, is crucial. Monique recalled Oprah saying, "Your brother wants to come on the show, and he wants to apologize to you. He wants to tell other people have a lookout for predators." Monique claimed she told Oprah that she wanted no contact with her brother but didn't object to the show itself, holding onto a sliver of hope that he might have changed. At the time, Monique expressed gratitude for Oprah's apparent consideration. However, the subsequent events and the way the interview unfolded would drastically alter Monique's perception of Oprah's intentions. What followed, as Monique recalled, changed everything. "I started seeing commercials with my mother and my father and my other brother, who used to be my manager, who knew the fear that I had of the brother that was up on stage." This unexpected and deeply painful betrayal would become another key moment in Monique's growing frustration with Oprah.
Oprah Winfrey called us up, and she said my brother wanted to come on the show.
Your older brother you described as a monster, and he you.
Yes.
From the time you were
7.
How did he you? Were we talking about
Yes. She said, "If you don't want me to have your brother on the show, I will cancel the show. But I wanted to call you up to see how you felt first."
Monique thought Oprah had her back, but that was not the case.
I began to see commercials with my brother, my mother, my father, and my other brother. Now, the reason why that means so much is because in the conversation we had about my brother, we then went deeper and we began to talk about our relationships with our mothers and our fathers. She never said my mother was coming on that show, because had Oprah Winfrey said, I'm gonna have your mother, I would have said, shut it down.
But we've been investigating this man's practices around the world and have found a sinister history of police investigations, allegations, and secret recordings.
Monique claims that Oprah deceived her by omitting a crucial detail: the presence of other family members on the show. According to Monique, Oprah failed to disclose that her mother and other relatives would also be present during her brother's appearance. From Monique's perspective, this omission was a deliberate act of manipulation designed to ambush her and exploit her family's trauma for ratings. She felt betrayed by Oprah's perceived lack of transparency and deeply hurt by the public airing of such a sensitive issue without her full understanding or consent. This incident, more than any professional disagreement, solidified Monique's distrust of Oprah and fueled her accusations of malicious intent. As Monique said, "You betrayed me, sister." Oprah Winfrey said, "I'm going to have your mama on the show." I would have said, "Shut that down." Monique also claimed that her family had approached Barbara Walters first for the interview, but Walters turned them down. Monique recounted, "I told your family I can't do that to you. I wouldn't do that to you. You just won that award. Why would I do that to you?" According to Monique's account, this further deepened her sense of betrayal and reinforced her belief that Oprah's actions were intentional.
So what's the surprise so far in the other announcements that have been made so far?
I know the gal's, her great friend, but and it's my movie, Lee Daniels, the butler, but the fact that Oprah didn't get a Golden Globe nomination is shocking.
Now let's examine why Monique's latest accusations could be particularly damaging for Oprah. Oprah's association with controversial figures like Harvey Weinstein, Diddy, and John of God has been the subject of public scrutiny for some time. The fact that Oprah has maintained relationships with these individuals, despite the serious allegations against them, has raised questions about her judgment and her willingness to hold powerful men accountable. These connections, particularly in light of Monique's latest statements, could undermine Oprah's reputation